Integration was never supposed to be integration. It is a form of economic phagocytosis. Let me know if this is familiar to you, if you're black and you were traditionally smart or tracked. They will track you through the school system and they'll say, oh, you're very smart, but they're always placing you in classes where you're the only black person. And this is the way it is for you from K through 6 through 12, and then you go to college and you're the only kid in your program at a big institution. Graduate, you're the only black person in the corporate office at your major firm. And then you end up marrying a non-black person, etc., etc. Blanqueamiento complete. I need you to lock in for these next 30 days. I need you to lock in for these next 30 days. Yo, if you're a black man and you're really about that life, the life of providing, the life of being the staple and the center of a community that is founded on successful values, that is stable, that isn't completely full of dysfunction. If you haven't been paying attention, it is December 19th. We are exactly a month away from the expected shutoff date for TikTok. President Trump decides to activate the 90-day extension, then ByteDance will have that amount of time to divest its stake. I personally don't think that's going to happen. And even if it does happen, I still think TikTok will be shut down. President Trump was selected by the white voter base, the white men and women that wish they were white, as Kurt Vonnegut calls them. They chose Donald Trump for the express purpose of reducing non-white business operations in the United States. All the guys that are outside of Home Depot, all the guys that are making money via TikTok without a college degree. 2 is to reduce the foothold that these non-white communities have in the United States. People without papers are going to be sent back home, whether that's on a plane, whether that's by land, whether it's by sea, you're going to be sent back home. The whole process is to wean us out of the mainstream system, read the white system, because integration was never supposed to be integration. It is a form of economic phagocytosis. With tracking, what you're supposed to do is you put all the smart kids together and allow them to generate a community. They do this with the white and Asian kids, but not with the black kids. Because if you put a bunch of smart black kids together, what's going to happen? Okay, let's just build our own community. All those guys are racist. It's what's going on right now on TikTok. Which is why I know that they're not going to leave it in the same situation where we can just interact with each other freely, where we can talk about nuclear energy and antimatter weapon designs, because we care more about the knowledge than we do about the clout. This, I got to put him on blast. Sorry. This is a black person who is examined passing. He and I have the same skin tone. His mother is La Raza. Every other term, you can hear it in what he says. He's always downplaying black people. Well, because he comes from a culture that hates blackness. This is what he told me. Hey, I should be posting things about drones since there's a... And I'm like, dude, that stuff in the news about drones, if you are a college graduate and you're honestly looking at mainstream media and then parroting back what it's telling you as if it's really the news of the day, bro, I'm sorry. A bunch of rich people die in the ocean. They died that same day that people reported them missing. And people around the world knew they were dead, because the crazy thing about the oceans is that you could queef 3,000 miles away. And I will hear it here in Annapolis. I will hear it here in Baltimore at the harbor. I will hear it here in the Potomac in Washington, D.C. Why? Because sound of the ocean travels very, very easily. So why did the news media play around with us for a week and a half about, let's keep a timeline going? Because they have ads to sell. It's about selling ads. And if, black person, you are one of the ants, as I like to call us, and you're still listening to grasshoppers, if you're a turtle, you're still listening to hares that are watching the news, really expecting to get some truth from that, bro, you get out of my fucking mention. Stop following. We're corny here. It's time to leave, dog. We got 30 days. We have 30 days to set up means of communications outside of this application that allow us to continue the work. You've got 30 days to make sure that whatever business channels or sales channels you were using through TikTok, you can adapt them to another medium just in case this thing blows up. You've got 30 days, dog. I don't have time to teach hares to catch up. I don't have time to wake them up from their nap. We don't have time, bro. We don't have time. That organized. It has to be that consistent, and it has to exist outside of this box. Please listen to me, because we are really 30 days away from it. Maybe I'm just being noisy. Maybe nothing's going to happen. I'm still going to do ignorant stuff from time to time when I have my free time. But I'm not hanging around people that unironically believe clout is the most important thing. When there's a company with 400 followers on Instagram that just got a $2 million deal. And the reason I know they got this deal last week is because the project manager is a 25-year-old on my soccer team. These are the black men we need to be around. Not black men that are like worried about nonsense, dude. Worried about nonsense. But bro, wake up. There's some people that the way they live, it seems like unironically they believe their J's and their nay-nay is going to stop a hypersonic missile. Is going to stop the KKK coming in as the ICE members. Wake up, guys.